What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of The Hard Stuff with Bailey and Caleb. I think we're on episode 7 now.
It is 7 now, yeah.
Episode 7 already. So, starting off, as always, little booze review.
So, before we even get into that, is this the one that you've been trying to find?
Yeah. So I found it. It's usually only comes out like winter drink. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to find it. Another whiskey, of course.
Of course.
Don't worry. We got Spicebox chocolate whiskey.
Okay, I've actually seen this before. I've never had it.
So this is like, honestly, one of my favorite drinks around this time.
Just gets you ready for Christmas.
Yeah, it just puts me in the mood, a little chilly out. So what is this? Another Canadian rye whiskey with dark chocolate, aged for a minimum of 3 years. Out of Quebec. Interesting.
Okay, and what's the price tag on this one? First of all, how many cups is this?
Oh, yeah. 3 cups, 750 milliliters, 35% alcohol.
Okay.
And I think it was $33.99. It's not bad. A little more expensive than Crown or something,
two,
but yeah. But whatever. I know this stuff, so I'm going to pour a thick glass. I'll hand that to you. Give it a whiff, whatever you need to do. Doesn't even smell. It just pours a healthy, at least 2 fingers, I'd say. Good for you.
Go for it. That smells really fucking good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Smells kind of like it's going to have a thickness to it, though.
Yeah, I think it does. Personally. I like it.
Leaves a little bit on the glass. Interesting.
Yeah, it's thick. It's a little thick for a whiskey, honestly. Yeah, just regular Canadian rye and dark chocolate.
And, it's dark chocolate.
Yeah. Not a whole lot of info, honestly.
Okay, I'm not going to lie. That's delicious.
Right?
It's got that whiskey burn to it. Very mild.
Yeah, it's like a whiskey heat. It's not even a burn.
Yeah, you sit there and savor on it, and it's tasty.
Oh, yeah.
That's delicious.
This is the winter drink.
Yeah, I will be picking up a bottle of that.
I mean, we could probably just finish this bottle tonight, but whatever.
I feel like that would sneak up on you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, you come home after like skiing or something, you have 2 with dinner after not eating all day, I'm usually blasted. Just a couple ice cubes and 2 glasses of whiskey, I'm loser pissed by the time I go to bed.
That's what I mean. I can't even, that's very rare you take a sip and you don't think, I need to mix this with something. For me.
Yeah.
Especially not being a whiskey drinker.
I don't even know what you would mix this with if you had to. Like, the chocolate is just, that's the flavor,
For some reason, it makes me crave ice cream.
It'd probably be unreal over ice cream.
Yeah.
So that was a very positive reaction from you.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised.
We're going to come back. We'll visit this partway through as I finish my glass, and then we'll do the rating. But initial reaction is that's very good. That is probably the best first sip of hard liquor I've ever had.
Wow. That's big.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I'm impressed. Good job.
Thank you. I went to 4 different liquor stores trying to find this, so I just want you to know that I put in some thought, because otherwise you were just getting a bad bottle of scotch and we were calling it good.
Okay, well, I'm happy that worked out then.
So, first up, we talked a little bit at the end of last episode. Astro World fiasco.
Yes. The $750 million fiasco.
I thought it was up to like potentially $2 billion.
I didn't see that, but it wouldn't surprise me at all.
At least that's what the lawsuits were allegedly going for. So, Travis Scott, Drake, a couple other people, Astro World. It was hosted by Travis Scott.
Yeah, and you read about it piss poorly because I think they're trying to target celebrities. Drake is being named because, yes, it's him, but it's his production company.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. So a massive new lawsuit seeking
$2 billion
$2 billion
now,
in damages. Yeah, so Trying to sue Travis Scott, Drake, Live Nation, Apple, and a couple others not named.
282 people have filed total. So that's, I think when I seen the 750, it was kind of one group, and now it looks like there's just added on lawsuits.
It just keeps blowing up. More and more people are jumping on, and
the only thing I want to say before we dive into how crappy it was, because yes, it sucks, it was tragic, is I hope that the people that are doing this aren't doing it for a money grab.
Well, 282 people sued, 10 people passed, like died.
Yes. And I'm not saying anything in the sense, I'm sure it was very traumatizing and stuff like that.
I will say something. I'll play devil's advocate all day here. You go ahead, and then I'm going to tell you why I think you're wrong. Go ahead.
Okay. Just because of the fact that I hope people are thinking it through and they're not doing a money grab, because yes, I think people were there. They witnessed things. They assisted in things. I just hope that this isn't 200 people going for the PTSD kind of something. Not trying to play that lightly, but I just don't want to see people take advantage of this. That's all.
Yeah, no, I understand what you mean. You don't want to see people use, like, that's what it is. It'd be using a real mental state or problem to benefit. You want them to do it for the good of themselves, not for the good of the money.
Yes.
That's fair. I am going to say a good portion of those 282 people are doing it to get some money.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it right now. I mean, yes, 300 people were treated for injuries at the festival. That's terrible. 10 people passed. 8 that night, 2 later in hospital. Like, that's all terrible. But you're telling me nobody's ever been like a mosh pit and fallen down and broken their arm and not sued the band?
Yeah, exactly. That's the difference.
Like, the deaths, absolutely. That's totally, it's retarded, honestly. That's what it is. Should never have happened.
Yeah, and like we touched on before, you see anyone go down, make sure they're okay.
Just pick them up. So the one thing that I read the other day, and it surprised me, disappointed me, it was a mess. But one of the people that died, I believe, was a young boy.
How young?
Yeah, exactly. When I say young, 8 years old.
What?
Yeah.
Why would you even bring your 8-year-old to that concert?
Oh, sorry. I got 2 different things here. Oh, I got 3. One says he was 8, one says he was 9, one says he was 10.
Still, 10 and under.
Yeah. Yeah. He is the youngest person that died at the event, obviously. He was probably the youngest person there.
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
I don't think that's quite a family concert, like, or at least a minor concert in that sense.
Yeah.
Although I can't say that. Like, after all the Fortnite stuff, I take that back.
Yeah, you're
push
right.
that onto a pretty young audience.
Travis Scott is family friendly, apparently. So, yeah, he was on his father's shoulders when the crowd surged, knocked them both over. Dad left unconscious, and his son just obviously too small. He got run over. He got trampled. Terrible. Honestly, terrible. But why the fuck is your 8-year-old there?
I agree with that. I'm going to say that.
Like, I feel so bad for this family, and I'm not trying to take that away from them. Like, that is awful. Losing a child, arguably one of the worst experiences you could ever have in life, I'm sure.
Yeah. There's no question of that.
Why the fuck is he there?
Especially because you can't tell me that you couldn't feel what the crowd was doing. Anyone that's been to a concert, you can kind of feel the vibe. You know when shit's going to escalate. There's a difference. It's not quite 0 to 100. It's 60 to 100 kind of thing.
Yeah, you know when the peak point's going to happen, and it's when the name guy is set to go on stage.
Yeah, it's not even that. But even if he's building up in his set or anything, if you're starting to feel uncomfortable, unsafe, leave, move.
Yeah.
That's wild. I didn't know that. And that's really depressing, actually.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to talk down about that at all, but I'm going to put a little bit on the parents at least. I mean, like, that's such a bad thing to say, but it's not Travis Scott's fault that unfortunately you and your 8-year-old got knocked down.
Without that concert getting extremely unruly, that was still, I would say, a very high potential
Yeah.
to fall over, get knocked down. Even some of the minor concerts I go to or have been to that are busy, I could see that happening if you were unfortunate enough to fall into the crowd. That's insane.
Especially with an 8-year-old. Like,
Yeah, in a group full of adults, that blows my mind.
like even
actually.
if I'm not sprinting towards the front of the stage, if I accidentally step on an 8-year-old, I'm going to kill him.
Yes,
I'm damn near 300 pounds. Depending on the size of that 8-year-old, unfortunately, one guy could kill your child just because of that.
Yeah, and then you mix in music, vibe, and alcohol.
And guaranteed drugs.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll
Party responsibly,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, take it easy on that shit. But guarantee there was, I'm going to say 90% of people not sober, nowhere near it.
Yeah, there's no, especially being honestly like the first kind of event that most of those people probably went to since COVID.
Yeah, and it was a fucking
letting
large
loose.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. You side with everybody, or do you kind of...
I think that, well, obviously too, obviously it's very minor, but Travis Scott came out after, right off the bat, he was paying for all the funeral stuff, all the family aid, all the mental help to the families and people that had died.
Yeah.
That came out days after. Obviously, you got to do your damage control.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I agree in the fact that anyone directly involved, and this ties into what I said before, that has, I don't want to say proof, but just, it's really, that's what I mean. That's the hard part. Anyone that's being honest about it that has damages from it, I think should have assistance.
Yeah.
I don't know if it all has to be directly financial. It can be mental, psychiatrist, something like that.
Yeah.
Just that you should have the availability to get to assistance. I by no means think that this is a $2 billion problem.
No. Well, I mean, what is $2 billion divided by 282 people?
It's not even that. I guarantee you there have been airliners that have crashed that have paid out less than that.
Guaranteed.
That's what's wild to me. And that's why it's such a social woke money grab thing.
Yeah. Because that's what? Over 10 million a person per lawsuit? Right?
Yep.
I'm doing the correct math there, right?
Hold on. We have
Yeah,
phones.
right. The world at our fingertips here. Just quick math that one. 2 billion divided by 282.
Yeah, that's weird typing in that many fucking zeros. 282?
Yeah.
You're 7 million apiece. 7.1.
Like,
And yes, that's wild to me because you can't tell me there are that many people directly damaged from this with 10 deaths at the concert.
no way. Even if there was 300 people treated for injuries, how many of those were like, I fell down and scraped my face? Like,
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
you're telling me a couple of Band-Aids were $7 million?
It is the U.S., but
Yeah, that's true. I got no faith in you guys. I'll put that one out there right now. Yeah, I don't know. I think, like you just said, had this been some sort of other accident, a bus crash, plane crash, whatever, you sue, but it's not that much money. They're doing it because they've got humongous names on this.
yeah, that's just it. And it's a little bit of a topic changer, but it comes in the sense that since this, I don't know about you, but my social media is blowing up. Everyone's all in this like tax the rich. Everyone's got too much money.
Yeah.
The top whatever X%. And we'll touch on this maybe one day. I have a different opinion on that. Just because they have money just should not make them a target.
Yeah. I think we're both pretty much on the same page for that, and we are going to piss off the entire left side.
Yes, no questions
I'll tell you
asked.
that right now. Yeah, so I don't know. That's my take is just that. I mean, you have to expect some things to happen. The deaths you should never expect, but anytime you're on the floor at a concert, you got to expect that you might fall down and get hurt.
Yeah, and
The deaths are totally
genre a little
unacceptable.
different. You go to any kind of metal concert, you can't tell me there's not 50 people minimum there that leave without a concussion.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. And I'm sure much smaller concerts too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the whole common sense thing is kind of being thrown out the window, but
Yeah, I think Not to everyone, but I think there's a lot of attempting to take advantage there.
Yeah.
And I hope, honestly, that on both sides they have good lawyers.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding.
That should be the line. Well, that has to be the line now that draws us into fairness.
So the other concert that is drawing some pretty big headlines, big news.
No, before we jump into that,
we got another
I want
point?
to lighten up the little bad spot to that.
Okay.
Just in the fact that I've been thoroughly enjoying all the memes coming out with Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner.
Ooh.
Have you seen these?
I haven't.
So
This is going to be good. I thought we were done. I was moving on.
So
what
since
is
this came out, and this was off the first, when I saw that it was 750 million,
Okay.
there were some memes coming out about where he was going to pay for it.
Oh, don't worry about that.
Where is it?
Oh, this is going to be good.
I can't even find it now.
I'm gonna guess the gist of it is.
The gist of it is so it's the two of them in like a kitchen. You know how you snuggle up to someone, she's doing the dishes, he grabs her from behind.
Yeah.
It's like, and he's like, so hon, can I borrow 750 million?
Oh, fuck. That's not okay, but man, is that fucking funny.
Exactly. And then on the other hand, just because of the way social things go, all the other memes are, it's like, in case you haven't noticed, I'm not a billionaire anymore. And it's nice to see that there's some comedic relief to the whatever you want to call it, top 2%, so be it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
That was my little segue. It was some humor in a dark time.
All right. So now we're good to
You're good, yeah.
Okay. So the other concert making headlines, Rockville Festival, it was called, at Daytona International, so the Speedway.
Yeah.
Brass Against is
There
the
we
band.
go. Yeah.
So, front woman Sophia Urista, I believe is how you pronounce her last name, rocking out, doing whatever. And they invited a fan, I guess. I'm going to call him a super fan because nobody does this that isn't some sort of fucked up.
Yeah.
But invited him up to come on stage and receive a golden shower. She peed all over this man's chest, face, fucking everything.
Yes, and it wasn't a slight amount.
No, this that could have put out a fire, man.
Yeah, it was impressive and very nasty.
Yeah.
Have you seen the video?
Yeah, I did watch it the other day after you were talking about it, and it's fucked.
And then, just so everyone's aware, the man celebrating proceeds to get up, cup of lot in his hands, and throw it into the crowd.
Numerous times.
Yes.
Yeah. 3 or 4 times just throwing this woman's pee into the stage. Or not the stage, sorry.
So initial reaction, I want to know, if you were sitting in the front row, what would you have done there?
I'm fucking leaving. I'm not even sticking around to wait for the guy to throw the piss. As soon as I see that, I'm like, oh my God, it's time to go home.
And it's funny, there's a couple angles, obviously, from the crowd. I won't lie, if I'm sitting in the crowd and I think this is coming, I'm probably going to film it too.
Yeah, that's fair.
But anyways, you can see everyone on these cell phone angles, and there are some very disgusted people leaving the crowd before it even happens, really. They kind of got the idea of what's going on, and they turned around.
Yeah, as soon as I see her getting her ass out, I think I'm either, like you said, recording, or if I'm too close, I'm just leaving.
Yeah.
What the
so
fuck?
Bad.
Obviously, they had to apologize for doing the stunt.
Yeah, so that's funny. Literally the day after, the band puts out their press, and then I read that as I gotta know. Then I went on to Instagram. This band, as far as I can tell, is nothing huge. They're doing a decent little tour right now.
Cover band, I believe.
Yeah. But anyways, they put out their thing. I go onto her Instagram.
I got the quote here for you. So
this is the bands, right?
Yes. So they took to Twitter the next day, and this is what they posted. We had a great time last night at Welcome to Rockville. Sophia got carried away. That's not something the rest of us expected, and it's not something you'll see again at our shows. Thanks for bringing it last night, Daytona.
Yes.
So do you think they cutting her, or do you think
they're not? I know
they're not. Oh my God!
Because what happened is that came out. I jumped on Instagram and started following her, just because of the fact it's like, there's got to be something. She's got to do some kind of release.
Oh, of course.
And then what happens, I think it was 2 or 3 days later even, her release finally came out, did her whole apology, and she's like, I can't even remember the quote. She says that she's not radical pretty much. It was unexpected. She plays it off as the same thing as kind of the Bandit. It's like, it's not going to happen again.
Yeah, I got it here now too. Hey everyone, I want to speak to my performance at Rockville, blah, blah, blah. I have always pushed the limits in music and on stage. Oh shit. That night I pushed the limits too far. I love my family, the band, and the fans more than anything, and I know that some were hurt or offended by what I did. I apologize and want them to know I did not mean to hurt them. I'll always put music first, and I'm grateful for your continued love and support. So that was on her Twitter 5 days after the concert. So it took a little bit for her to get that up.
And so that came out. I laughed my ass off.
Yeah. So she's actually being investigated by the Daytona police for that.
Really?
Oh, yeah. So the Daytona Beach police launched an investigation a couple days after, but before her release. So it's unlawful to expose someone's sexual organs in public or on a private premises of another person or company, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a vulgar or indecent manner. So she can actually be punished with up to a year in jail or a $1,000 fine.
I'd say fine her the $1,000 and walk away, because that's stupid. That would fall under the same thing as any chick that ever flashed someone at a concert.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the exact same thing. Well, arguably.
I don't know the laws. I'm guessing it depends on the state and the free the nipple, blah, blah, blah.
This was Florida, so.
I'm just saying that should not be prison. That it comes down to people were drunk, people were having fun, shit got carried away. The way that the world is going, you should still be able to say, I'm sorry, and move on. It's not the woke mob and you're canceled.
Yet.
I'm so sick of the cancel culture.
It's not yet. I'm sure it'll get worse. Don't worry. It's got to get worse before it gets better.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I don't know this person. I've never listened to their music, whether they have original or not. I wasn't at the concert. I hope this honestly doesn't ruin their career.
No. I mean, they cover Rage Against the Machine a lot, apparently, so that kind of puts you in what kind of fan base they're chasing.
Yeah.
So, whatever. I got nothing against Rage Against the Machine. They've got some good songs, but those guys are a lot more hardcore than I am.
Exactly. It's not quite our everyday genre.
No. So, I think that's it for, I'll call it current events. We had to work on some logistics there. It took us a couple of days, but...
Yeah.
What do you want to do next? You want sports? You want video games?
Let's go sports. We watched the day of football here.
We did all day football, a couple upsets, a couple, I don't even know what to call it, but absolutely great shows from my number one running back. So we just finished Sunday football. We're actually recording
One game
this.
still going on yet.
Yeah, we got Steelers and Chargers at halftime right now, but
which I left, and it was a very low scoring game.
So Chiefs beat the Cowboys, but it was a low scoring 19-9.
But the big question everyone wants to know, is Mahomes back?
Is he back? So he had one good week last week?
It wasn't even a good week. They won.
Yeah. So today he was 23 for 37, so 60% roughly.
Yeah. 260
yards, no touchdowns.
Oh, really?
And an interception. So that is today's.
Where were they playing?
Game.
Were they at home?
Shit, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to tell.
Your initial reaction, though, you're making a fantasy team. Is Mahomes one of your 2 QBs?
No. There's so many options right now that are playing better than him.
Okay. So, obviously, he had he's come off of 3 hot seasons. He had a decent start to this year. He had some upsets. He had his little bit of a break there, came back cold, I believe, 2 weeks ago. Had a decent game last week, played today. Do you think he's back? Do you think he's kind of fallen off the radar? Is he just in that middle field now? We got to kind of wait to see what happens.
I think that's exactly where we are. I think He's going to continue to have great games because he is a generational player. I just hope he figures out this whole consistency thing.
And again, like, I'm honestly not a big fan to his game personally, but for the team, they've also suffered from injuries, and he's got a fairly green line at the moment.
Yeah, their offensive line is nothing to write home about, but he's got so many options when everybody's there that he needs to be at least throwing a fucking touchdown.
Yeah.
Especially in a win.
Yes.
If it's in a loss and you get blown out, I don't care. You know what? Everybody has good games on defense, whatever. But if you win a game and you don't throw a touchdown, come on. You're supposed to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now, and you didn't throw a single touchdown.
I know. To our buddy Robert, sucks to be
Christ.
you. I think he only got like 9 points today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just to reflect on how stellar his performance was.
I don't know. I don't see them going anywhere this year, honestly. They're 6-4 right now after today, I think.
They've had a rough go. Oh, even worse, 7.5 points in the fantasy week.
Yeah, so an absolutely terrible showing. Like, that's abysmal. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 7-4 now that they just beat the Dallas Cowboys. And the Cowboys are a good team.
This year, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're having a great season. I think Zeke left with an injury today, I believe.
Yep.
So he was out.
Again.
Amari
I'm
Cooper
just
was
throwing it
out.
there.
So the Cowboys did not have their weapons either, but you can't blame games on injuries. So they beat a good team. I'll say that. They did beat a good
Blame
team.
my entire fantasy league on injuries.
No, you can't do that. That's football. But I don't think Mahomes is going to carry this team anywhere in the postseason unless he pulls it back to 2019 fucking
Not
all-star
this year. I
billionaire.
agree with that. But saying that, and we're talking generational talent, what's your opinion on Cam Newton?
He's back. He told you he's back. I don't know. I think I'm so happy to see him succeed just because he's a nutcase and I fucking love it. He's one of the guys that will play with as much heart as he's got for the right fan base.
Yeah, but
Slums it in New England for
that's what
weeks
I
and weeks and
mean.
weeks. Absolutely slums it.
He does his Super Bowl run.
Yeah.
He completely makes himself out as a fuckboy in the media.
Yeah.
Gets absolutely outshowed in the Super Bowl
Yep.
and falls off the face of the earth.
Yeah. And until last week, I believe, when he came back.
Exactly.
To Carolina.
Comes back, says he's here for the fans. Nothing but showboating again. I think his mouth isn't running quite as bad. I've seen some in the press.
No, I believe he's settled that down a little bit, but he
then
sure
even
is talking
today-
on field.
I think he even ran in for the touchdown.
Yes, he did. Yep.
And then same thing. I like to see it, and he's there for the fans, but he runs down the entire fucking field. Goes into the other end zone, other camera, hearts to the fans,
Yeah.
this, the whole I'm here for you. It's like, oh my God, is this going to happen again? I am not a Cam Newton fan at all.
Oh, man, I hope it
So-
does happen again. I love seeing this shit. So, yeah, he went 21 for 27, so he had good completions, 2 touchdowns in the air and 1 on the ground. He's back, man.
Oh, my
He's
gosh.
back. He's going to take Carolina to the wild card, and they'll probably lose that. But at least he'll make the wild card.
I hope he does. I just hope he matures in the league. I don't even know. I get it's a play style. It's like any other showboaty QB you've ever seen. It's just, I don't like it.
That's fair. I don't like seeing them lose to the Washington football team, but whatever.
I know that was an upset.
Yeah. The at the time 3-6 Washington football team beat the 5-5 Carolina Panthers.
I'm pretty sure out of the 5 of us in our picks today, none of us picked Washington.
No, well, do you fucking blame us? Come on. But yeah, then you had, what else did you have for upsets? Not really huge
Philly.
upsets. Well, yeah, okay, yeah. The Eagles stomped the Saints today.
Yeah, which was not quite expected.
40-29. Absolutely stomped them. Well, Texans beat the Titans.
I've seen some of the highlights, so we didn't watch that game.
No.
It looked like a good game.
Yeah. I mean, the Titans are without their best player, but
Again, that's football.
Yeah.
Especially this year. Oh, my God.
Well,
the injuries have just been brutal. I don't know if it's just because out of all the seasons I've watched. I've never probably been this in depth.
Yeah.
But paying attention to that, it's brutal.
Yeah. Well, and we had the Colts destroy the Bills.
Yeah, I don't even know what happened to the Bills. We watched that game today, and
41-15.
It was bad.
Jonathan Taylor with 5 touchdowns. So first time in Colts history, I believe anybody's had 5. That's not
really?
A quarterback, I believe. Yeah.
Good for him. He's having a good day.
Sorry, 4. I could have swore it was 5. 4 touchdowns. So the first time that's ever happened, not in Indianapolis, though.
That's cool, though.
People have had 4 at home. Nobody's ever done 4 on the road, apparently, for that team.
And it's funny because we have a buddy there. He
Yeah,
was there 2 days,
currently in Buffalo.
dressed up,
Yeah.
cheering for Buffalo, and a complete upset.
Yeah, absolutely stomped. And Carson Wentz really did not help that fucking team at all. 1 touchdown, which is great, but he was only 55% on his completions.
Yeah, that's rough.
So he got stomped. But thank God JT was there to absolutely light it up.
And I'll go out there and admit it. I watched at least a good portion of this game. My team, the Seahawks, did lose to the Cardinals today. But the only optimistic point I'll say to that compared to last week is the Rusty Wilson has fallen off. Wilson looks comfortable again. He's getting there.
He
was rolling out of the pocket properly. He was more comfortable. He wasn't on his toes as much as in panicking.
Yeah.
Because last week was a very rough showing for his first game back after the finger.
Yeah, I agree. I just can't believe they lost to a...
a 7-1 team.
Kyler Murray
Doesn't matter.
without team.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
No.
They had some absolute chump in there. I'm going to say it right now.
You don't have such a great season based on one player. That team
You do when it's your starting quarterback.
That team is playing very well this year.
Jesus Christ. Whatever. No.
I don't even know who they play next week, but Washington. That'll be a much better showing for the Seahawks.
You hope.
I really do hope.
That's it for football right now. We got Monday to game tomorrow, whatever. It'll be an okay game.
I need Brady to get me about 60 points.
Oh, he probably will. I think they play the Jets, right? Or the Giants? Giants. Yeah, they play the Giants. Don't worry. He'll have about 60 fantasy points, I'm sure.
I fucking hope so.
So, one thing that I wanted to talk about, something I did not realize, Phil Mickelson arm lock putting now.
Yep.
I didn't realize he was doing that. When did that start? Do you know?
Probably when it got easier. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, he just won his 4th, I believe, in the Champions Tour.
Yeah.
One of the top 5 fastest to ever do it or something, or youngest, I don't know. Something like that. Either way, he's absolutely tearing up the Champions Tour, which is not a surprise.
No, especially after the seasons he had a good season this year.
Yeah, he had a good PGA Tour season, let alone Champions season.
Yeah.
Like, the guy is unreal. How long do you think
he won a major this year, did he not?
Yeah, the Open, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. He comes off a stellar season like that. It's not surprising. He just kind of keeps it going.
Yeah. He won. When was this? Okay, so last weekend he won the Charles Schwab Cup Championship. I have no idea what that is. October 8th, he won the Constellation Furyk and Friends, so another Champions League one. And the last PGA Tour big quote-unquote tournament was the BMW Championship, and he came tied for 66, shot a -1 over the weekend.
Oh, okay.
So he was kind of falling off on the PGA Tour, and then he went to the Champions Tour and stomped.
And fair enough. Good for him.
How long do you think he keeps it up?
I honestly hope we get another good year or 2 out of him. Also, I don't know if it was today or yesterday. Did you see his tweet?
No, I didn't.
To Tiger?
Oh, no.
He's keeping the feud alive. Because all the hype, obviously, Tiger's on the range.
Yeah, we saw Tiger on the range today.
Everyone is pumped about it. So Phil comes out, obviously the generational super social media king for his age.
Yeah.
Comes out and says, "Oh, it's good to see Tiger back in it, etc." It looks like he's they're keeping the competition alive for oldest to win a major. Actually, I don't even know if he labeled it major or masters.
Interesting. Because Phil has 6 years on Tiger. So Phil is 51, Tiger's 45.
Okay.
So I'd say Phil at least keeps it competitive for 4 to 8 more years. I can't see him being PGA Tour competitor really at 60.
No, probably not.
But I could see like maybe up to 55, 56. He'll still be in the runnings in some tournaments.
Okay, here's the quote from his Twitter.
Okay, this is going to be good.
As I'm hanging in Montana, it's great to see Tiger swinging a golf club again. I know he can't stand me holding a single record, so I'm guessing he wants to be the oldest to ever win a major. I'll just say this, bring it.
I love that shit. That's so good for golf, and I think, honestly, that is like just the right amount of push to put Tiger back into the mindset, driving golf balls instead of driving cars.
Yeah, he should probably invest in a chauffeur.
Yeah. I mean, we got Uber, man. Like, take it easy. So
anyone that sponsors Tiger with a major sponsorship, pay for the chauffeur. Just do it. It'll favor you way more.
Yeah, no shit. So I got a big one I want to talk about, but before we do that, Spicebox chocolate whiskey.
Enjoying it a lot. It's a little tougher to sip on continuously because it's a very aggressive first sip, I find, even after sitting it down. But once the buzz sets in, it's delicious and it's easy. I would be terrified to break into a bottle of this after I was already not even drunk, but a good buzz, because then it would just be, I don't know, chocolate flavored deliciousness.
Yeah.
It would just disappear.
This is like one of those whiskeys that you accidentally get too drunk and you just end up like pouring it down your gullet right out of the bottle.
Yeah. No, I'm going to give this, as far as whiskey goes for what I've had, I'm going to give it the 9.
The 9? Okay, I like that. So I don't know what you gave Crown, like a 6 or something, because it was worse than the Bareface, I believe, for you.
Yeah, it's stronger flavor, but just worse drinkability.
That's fair. So so far we've had 3 whiskeys on the show. So this is your favorite, followed by the Bareface, which is a little surprising.
Yep.
And then Crown, which is...
Bareface was just smoother. Like, that's what I like. I don't like
fair.
drinking it and then regretting your sip or having to focus on swallowing.
That's fair. So I agree. It's one of my favorite whiskeys. It'll never beat Crown. Nothing will touch it for me, but I'm up there. Yeah, I'd say 8 or 9 easily. I really enjoy this. And in the winter, I pick this over Crown just because it's like, it gives you that nice warm, like, dessert.
Checks all the boxes, yeah.
It's-
I will definitely try this with ice cream one day.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It'll probably be delightful. So, back into sports. The other day, I don't remember, 3-4 days ago, something like that, was the 17th anniversary of Malice at the Palace. So I just got you to watch that for the first time.
Yes, that was impressive.
Honestly, the biggest NBA fight ever.
Okay.
Ever. And one of the biggest fights in sports, in recent sports at least, I think in the last 30 years probably.
Okay.
So what happens is game's essentially over. You have 45 seconds left in a 15-point game. Detroit does a layup, gets fouled, not even really hard, just doesn't love it. Shoving ensues, it spills over. It's a bench brawl. Fans start throwing objects at players, beer in specific, good Lord.
Probably just look thirsty.
Yeah, you bet. Fighting, I'm sure, just takes it right out of you.
Exactly.
So then the fight spills out into the stands and a couple fans get beat up. So now today, I believe, we have LeBron and Isaiah Stewart causing a bench brawl in Detroit. Not quite the bench because you have to keep the bench on, but complete 5-on-5 shit show. Isaiah Stewart, if he didn't have 4 guys holding him back, probably would have put LeBron in a hospital.
Oh, okay.
We have the announcer in Detroit telling fans, stay in your seats, don't get up. We don't need another, like doing everything he can to
Over the loudspeaker?
Yeah.
Okay.
To prevent Malice at the Palace Part 2.
Jesus.
So at the first Malice in the Palace, between all the suspensions, there was 9 players suspended, total of 146 games between those 9 suspensions, and $11 million in salary. And 17 years ago, guys weren't getting paid what they're getting paid today. 5 players charged with assault, and they were sentenced to a year of probation and community service
That's awesome.
as NBA players.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
To be fair, I'm sure that community service was a basketball camp or something.
Oh, yeah, or like feeding the homeless or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it was absolutely nothing, but 5 of those fans also faced assault charges, banned from Piston games for life, and now NBA limits alcohol sales and has more security at the floor because of this fight.
Fair enough. Plus, again, I've never been to a basketball game, but when you have fans in that close, like nothing separating it.
Oh yeah, if you pay
that.
the big bucks, you can legitimately sit right next to LeBron.
Yeah.
Like you can have the seat that's connected to their bench.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. You see like Chris Rock in LA sometimes they are right fucking there.
Yeah, to me that makes sense to kind of have security there.
Yeah. So I want you to watch this LeBron clip. It's not bad. I mean the gist of it is they kind of got into a little shoving after a free throw, so they're trying to box each other out. And LeBron just kind of tries to discard him and essentially elbows him in the face.
Okay, fair enough to get upset.
Yeah. So you can obviously tell who Isaiah Stewart is right there. So there you go. Gets free, takes off.
Down goes someone.
Yeah, a couple coaches, a couple trainers. Anthony Davis falls over. Look at that. Oh, Jesus. He's bleeding. So, yeah. So there you go. You could just, I was talking over it, but you could hear the Detroit announcer telling the fans, stay in your seats. Stay in your seats.
So, was that from the elbow or something?
Yeah. He got cut from LeBron's elbow. So there you go. Here he comes again. Breaks free, shoves about 8 people down on his way to LeBron.
Then they get it controlled.
Yeah. So that's kind of the end of the clip there.
Wow. When did this happen?
That was today. Like, I don't know, 3 hours ago maybe?
Really?
Yeah, this was in tonight's Laker game. So LeBron was ejected. Isaiah Stewart obviously ejected.
Okay, so again, not a basketball person. Why was LeBron ejected? Was that just to kind of calm tempers, or was he at fault for this?
No. So if you scroll down here, you might actually find the clip in one of the replies. Yeah, there you go. So they're boxing out there, and you can kind of see on the right.
Okay, hold on. I got to restart that.
Yeah, that's fine. So watch the guys on the right there. You can kind of see LeBron elbow that kid in the face in the middle of the box out. But LeBron immediately goes over, like, kind of picks him up.
Yeah.
Right? And then it's a shoving match from there because Isaiah loses it.
Okay, but I still don't understand why he was ejected.
I really don't know. I don't think it was an ejectable foul. I think it was easily a flagrant. Like, I saw it from a different angle than this. It was kind of a top down.
Yeah.
It did look like it was an intentional, like, discard. I don't think he meant to blow his face open with his elbow.
Yeah.
But whatever. I'm pretty sure it was because they called it a flagrant 2, and no matter what happens, a flagrant 2 foul is an ejection.
Oh, okay.
They have flagrant 1s, flagrant 2s. Flagrant 2 is always an ejection. I'm pretty sure that's why he was ejected.
From the outside looking in, I'm going to say it was for crowd control.
I agree, especially being in Detroit again.
Yeah.
17, almost on the 17th anniversary because it was only 3 or 4 days ago.
Props to the ref for making that call.
Yeah. So he was ejected, Isaiah was ejected, and Russell Westbrook on the Lakers received a technical foul. I believe that's the only thing that happened, believe it or not, with all...
So we'll have to see tomorrow morning if fines are levied or anything
suspensions
extra.
are definitely being let out, 100%. The
Oh,
NBA
okay.
has already said that.
Really?
Yeah, they will be suspending Isaiah for sure. They didn't say anything about LeBron. I don't see LeBron getting suspended, honestly.
This will feed into any NBA anti-LeBron golden boy crap.
God, yeah, 100%. He's about to be public enemy number 1 anywhere that's not LA.
Yeah. What is it? Any press is good press?
Yeah, well, this was not good press for Isaiah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't know. I like seeing it, though. I love watching shit like that in sports that shit's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, it just shows that everyone's got a temper.
Yeah, I mean, you watch a hockey game and you wait for a fight, and you expect a fight because it's a hockey game. You don't expect a gong show at a basketball game because that's what it was. It was just a gong show.
Whoever sat front row there got their money's worth.
Oh, man. Jealous, honestly.
Then as you have like all the security backing onto you to make sure you're under control.
Yeah. So I think that's all we got for sports. I wanted you to watch that because we're going to talk about the suspensions, and we're going to obviously more angles will come out from that.
Yeah, we'll
and
check back.
We'll talk
into
about
that.
it next week for sure. So let's move in.
I say outside of that, I know we want to talk a bunch of games and all this and that, but I know we've pretty much only been playing one game.
Yep. A lot of new games came out. I think we've touched 1.5.
Yeah.
Well, we touched them all. Let's be honest. We touched them all. Well, you didn't. No Vanguard for you, but
No.
we
Actually, so let's start there.
Yeah.
We won't
sure.
go too far into depth because I at least want to try it. Whether I try it through yours or who knows, I might even pick it up. What's your initial reaction to Vanguard?
It feels better than Battlefield.
I don't even think that's a contest.
No, I like it, and
I've watched some more streaming footage,
Yeah.
and I'm getting more on board. I won't lie. I'm not committing because my time is being spent elsewhere.
yeah. So it's the same as every other Call of Duty upon release. There's 2 guns that you use, and if you don't use them, you suck at the game because they're
awesome.
fucking broken.
Okay, that's
I'm hoping they're going to get balanced.
cut my chance of buying it now.
Yeah. I'm hoping they get balanced. The only good thing about it is they're the 2 starting weapons, so at least everybody's got them if they want them.
Okay.
So it's not bad. But destructible environments are added. I really like that. Like if you
That would be a nice addition, yeah.
Yeah, like if you break a barn wall, you can actually see through the barn wall now.
Yeah.
So I like that. I haven't played a whole lot of it, honestly. The movement still feels a little clunky compared to the other Call of Duties. It's slowed down. So I don't know if that's just
I think
me
that would be
complaining.
refreshing for Call of Duty.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you don't have guys flying around corners doing 150 mile an hour, but
Yeah.
some of it feels a little clunky. Like slowed down is fine, clunky is not.
Yeah.
And that's where I think I'm at with it. But if I wasn't so upset with Battlefield, I probably wouldn't have even bought it, honestly.
Fair enough.
If Battlefield didn't suck the absolute hind teeth that it did, still does.
I thought you were supporting it. Come on.
I tried, man, and then I was
This
watching.
switch from me dropping it like a bad habit to you picking it back up. I canceled my pre-order. You were all over it, and look where we are now.
You know, after watching, what the hell are they? Hovercrafts, scale skyscrapers directly upwards, just straight vertical.
And then fly away.
Yeah, and legitimately fly through the air and take out helicopters, I believe I saw.
Yep.
And after watching Shroud hop in a jet, crash it into 8 or 9 buildings, and just have the jet bounce off
Yeah.
because they
It did
were,
eventually blow up.
yeah, on like the 10th fucking building. It's broken. And I've heard that they are not refunding anybody.
Oh, really?
EA is now not refunding anybody. If you still have the game, you're fucking stuck with the game. And if you refund it by canceling the order through your credit card, they will ban you on Origin. They'll ban you, whatever. You will not be able to buy another EA game.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Really standing behind the games you put out.
Yeah. So this is supposed to be a great game that they put a lot of work into, and it's a dumpster fire.
And I don't know the stats on it, but it came out within 2 or 3 days. It's down 40% on Steam ratings.
Oh, yeah. It went from mixed positive, I believe, to mostly negative,
Yeah.
which doesn't surprise me. It fucking sucks.
Well, and everything I've seen, it's mainly TikTok, lots of game feed, a little bit of streaming. It's still buggy as fuck.
Oh, yeah. I think it's live now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or bare minimum, it's live for all the pre-order. Like the actual game is out. You can play all the maps and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's not just the 2 maps that were available for that weekend or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucked. It's a complete shit show. And that's all I'm going to say about that one.
I agree. I hate to see it. I was looking forward to it. They fucked it.
Yeah. One thing I'm glad we got now, Halo Infinite.
Yes.
So multiplayer's out. It's been out for a week.
Something like that. Surprise drop.
Yeah, surprise drop just kind of dropped their multiplayer, full ranked system.
That's all we've played.
Yeah, honestly, that's all we.
I don't know. I don't even know what it's called. If it's social or just quick match, it has the other options.
Yeah, quick match, and I believe big team battle is the other one, which is 12v12.
Well, actually, that's why I have played that, which was fun.
Okay, I haven't done that yet. I've watched guys play it. I watched like Lupo do it in warm ups and stuff.
Exactly. You just go there to have some fun.
Yeah. Yeah. And that part looks great, but I'm so deep into this rank grind now. It's like, it broke me. This is why I haven't touched Battlefield and Call of Duty in a week. It's because Halo came out for free with Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah. Obviously using a battle pass setup.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I bought it the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought it before you did, so.
Oh, did you? Okay. I didn't realize you bought it too. Yeah. Whatever the hell it was, like $15 or something Canadian. I don't know. Whatever it was. It's neat, but holy shit does it take a while to get through the battle pass.
That's why I bought it, though. I bought it because then you get more dailies and stuff like that. So it at least assists in it.
Yeah.
I played all my placements plus matches. I don't even think I got out of level 1.
Yeah, I think I just hit level 2, and I've played 18 ranked games or something? 18 or 19.
Yeah.
But holy shit, is it a grind.
It is. And you see it. That's where I love going to see, like, the guy I've been watching the most of recently is Myth. As we're just starting the game, he's already like 48 or something on the battle pass, and it just reflects how much of a grind you put in there.
Well, how many levels are these guys buying? Because anytime
Anytime
I've watched anybody
25
else,
probably.
Yeah, because I think if you buy the premium, you start at 25.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Nor did I.
But anytime I watch like Cloaksy, Tim, Lupo, or Doc even in the last week, in between games, they're buying battle pass levels.
Really?
In the queue, they're spending $3, $3.
Wouldn't it be nice to have a sponsor?
We are now taking sponsorships. Just a shameless plug there. If you are listening and you've got any sort of product, service, anything you want, we'll do it for cheap and we'll do it right.
You're right.
Shameless plug. Let's get back to it. So the ranked system, 4v4, battle rifle start only, no map, like typical Halo ranked.
Yeah.
It feels fucking good.
It does. It looks good. It runs good. I would say it's probably one of the least buggy releases of the year.
Yeah, I have not had a game-breaking bug. I think I had one visual glitch in the sand map. I don't know the name of it. I had one visual glitch like with the backdrop.
Yeah.
But it didn't affect the game. That was the only thing I had.
I can't think of off the top of my head if I even have any issue yet.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a lie. I'm going to call it out right now. The melee lunge issue, but we're going to leave it at that. And I don't know if that's a mouse and controller or mouse and keyboard versus controller kind of issue, but it's fucking brutal.
Yeah, I think the aim assist might be a little too much in this game. Apparently, aim assist was available on mouse and keyboard in the beta.
Really?
Imagine how broken it could have been.
No shit. Everyone just accused you of aimbotting.
What it is aimbot.
Okay, well, like I'm talking Warzone aimbot.
Well, Warzone's a fucking different creature, but yes. So yeah, during beta they actually dropped mouse and keyboard had a little bit of aim assist. Now, obviously, that's gone because it's super broken.
I can even imagine that just because the games you play, you get used to it. I think that you would almost want to fight that more than anything.
Yeah, it might hinder you on flicks and stuff. I think it might hinder you a little bit. But I've been watching and seeing the streamers now. Like honestly, I'll say it right now. One of the best mouse and keyboard aimers, gamers, whatever, Cloaksy.
Yeah.
He's going to controller for this game.
Is he?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So he's doing it. The 2-time, I believe, is on controller now.
That's awesome.
Lupo's kind of split.
Are you committing to it?
Man, I want to. But I'm just so used to just like throwing my elbow now instead of waiting and waiting for my guy to turn around.
Yeah.
I think I am going to put good amount of hours in a controller just because I'm absolutely losing my shit when I know I'm losing gunfights to a controller player.
Fair enough. That's the frustrating part.
because
The best thing to that game is probably not having a kill cam.
Yeah, I would lose my fucking mind. I'll be honest. But I'm gonna say it. Every gun that's not the battle rifle feels great on mouse and keyboard.
Okay, that's good though.
I'm having
Because that's what I've like. My first impression, it came out. I actually still haven't played it on my competitive monitor, like my 240, but I've switched recently gaming off my 4K panel. Load into the game, the music plays, it hit home
nostalgia.
really good. Yeah.
Your arm hairs stand up, your balls start twitching.
And then I get in playing, and it looks so good. It plays different than any first-person shooter I've played on the PC, to the fact it's only a 60 hertz monitor that I'm playing on, but it feels extremely polished and smooth for mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, it does.
There's no tearing. The side to side, there's like the motion blur. I haven't turned mine off, and then
I reduced mine.
the stock version though, it worked. It wasn't over the top. They weren't trying to hide anything.
Yeah.
I was overly impressed with that.
Yeah, I love the way it looks. And you're right, with the tearing, especially now that you're able to use a mouse all the time, with the flicking, I expected some tearing because Halo's never been able to whip a 180 that easily.
Yeah.
It looks so fucking good.
Yes, it is the best. It's not even true, but the way I explain it is the best console built game on PC. Traditionally,
Yeah,
because that's my feel
agree.
for Halo.
Yeah, I agree 100% because everything up until the Master Chief Collection, I think, was
Short of Halo 1.
yeah. But if you didn't play on an Xbox, then fuck you. I'm gonna just put that one out there. I think it's all been console.
Yes.
I could be wrong, but
There may have been additions, but I believe Halo 1 came out Combat Evolved,
yeah.
and I don't think Halo 2 came out for PC.
No, I don't believe so either. And Halo 3 definitely didn't. ODST definitely didn't
Yeah, Reach didn't.
until the Master Chief Collection, which I played a little bit last year. It feels good. It does not feel as good as Infinite.
Yeah, and I don't know. Personally, I wasn't interested in it. Same thing. I went back. We did some legendary grinding. I wanted to play it on Xbox. It just felt like at home for that.
Yeah, I agree. But then you're like, oh, well, my PC is just so much better.
It is. And I think that's the big thing now with Infinite. I'm going to say this. You can fucking hate me for it, whatever. Anyone that says fucking console master race, open your eyes, because they're getting closer and closer to just a well-designed, situated PC for these brands.
Yeah.
You crack that thing open, you're going to find legitimately fucking sticks of RAM soon with a big-ass GPU. They have never been closer to a PC
Yeah.
optimized. That's all it is.
Yeah. I think you said that backwards when you started that, but that's all right.
I got my point across.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. I agree. Consoles are just becoming smaller, more affordable PCs. That's your point.
Yes, and the reason they run so well, and they can, well, fuck, with availability, they're barely hitting proper price points comparable to a PC, but they come out with these games so optimized that they can still get away with the lower price.
Yeah. And
If they couldn't do
especially in
that,
Canada,
it
we're
would
getting
cost the
fucked.
same fucking thing as a PC.
Yeah. We're getting absolutely fucked by it in Canada, unfortunately, with our supply chain issues and
Yeah,
everything
still
right
can't
now.
get RAM. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah. DDR5 is a no-go for Caleb still. And I'm sure it will be next week, the week after, and maybe one more week.
I'll say it.
well-
I'm hoping to have my build going by Christmas.
Good luck.
The websites are starting to show their inventory, like not in stock, but they're posting what they're going to have coming from these brands. And they haven't done that in the last 2 weeks. So I'm getting optimistic, maybe post Black Friday and all this sale shit, that they start to get some stock in.
That's not bad. I'll give you that. You might get lucky and end up with some, but we're talking Halo. I wanna touch on the rank system, and then we can have you complain about your build that's not going well. So Halo Infinite's rank system is 6 categories, I believe: bronze, silver, gold, plat, diamond, onyx. How many
Yes.
was that? 6.
Yep.
So 6 categories, 6 levels in each, except for onyx, because I believe onyx is just like a number system. Like you could be Onyx 1500, Onyx whatever.
Yeah, it just goes in.
In order of your...
It's like a league point system.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying that's way too many ranks.
I disagree. You need that just so then you don't get fucked by the opposite one. Especially once you get in 50 to 100 games kind of thing, you really find your niche. Hopefully the ranking system works well to keep you comfortable there. I don't know. I can directly compare it to League, and relatively it works well.
I think there's too many. I'm fine with having the 6 categories like bronze, silver, gold, plat, diamond, whatever. I'm fine with that. That's a fine number. I think having 6 levels within that is retarded, especially because they don't mean fuck all.
Well, yeah, it kind of does, though. It's supposed to be, it's showing an example more of what used to be the hidden MMR. It's just showing you where you roughly rank more publicly in that.
Yeah, but they're not preventing it. Like us, for example, we played all our placements together. Well, I did 2 solos.
3, I think.
Yeah. Either way, we played most of our placements together. You ended up low gold. I ended up high plat, which is not super far away. Like, yes, you only are 1 category away.
Yeah.
But if I make you host, I should end up in low gold lobbies.
It depends on the ranking system, though, and we don't know that. For all we know, it could very well middle ground that.
Yeah, it could be high gold, low plat. I agree. But, like, I'm going to use Valorant for an example. You can only queue, well, they changed it, but you could only queue with people 1 full category away. So if you were silver 3, you could play with gold 3, or you could play with bronze 3, but you could not play with somebody in gold and somebody in bronze at the same time.
Fair enough. Again, I compare, the only one that I've spent time in ranked like that is League.
Yeah.
Very similar system, but it does allow you more freedom. The only difference is in that any kind of skill-based game, you come from silver and you go play in diamond, odds are you're getting fucked. So it's either your team carries you or you drag them down with you. It really depends.
Yeah. I don't want to see, like, again, using us for example, if we honestly start getting placed in low gold or even high silver lobbies because you're gold 1, I mean, you've only played fucking 10 games.
Yeah.
I don't want to see me going in there and dropping a 30 bomb all the time.
No, fair enough. Yeah.
Like that would be.
But the difference is like, it depends how serious you take the game, though, because if that happens, we do that. We grind through, and so be it. I get up to gold 3, 4, 5, whatever. Staying in that league, it ruins the game technically for me if it's outside my skill level, and that's where it kind of comes into
100%. Because eventually,
it's supposed to self-level when I solo queue again.
Yeah, because eventually, if you and I duo and you get high enough, when you play by yourself, you're going to end up not getting fucked, but it'll be way harder.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to see that happen. I think I've definitely already seen it happen. I think Tim got put in gold or some shit. Gold, maybe low plat. I don't know. Z-Laner, obviously, great, again, FPS player, got placed in diamond and absolutely carried the fuck out of Tim and Dr. Lupo. I mean, Z-Laner drops 20, 25 a game. Tim has 6. But Tim's going to end up Onyx because of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? That's what I don't like seeing. I mean, it's cool for the content creators because you like watching these guys play together. It looks like they're having a great time.
But at the same time, it's almost better they let that happen and they'll self-balance it, because if they didn't, all it adds up to is more Smurf accounts.
Yeah, that's true. And you know what? It's probably really good for this generation to get stomped. Like the 13-year-olds that are picking up Halo for the first time, and they're like, oh, fuck yeah, like I'm plat 5. They need to get absolutely stomped by a couple of Onyx players and just have their ego ruined, because it would just be good for them.
Pretty much, yeah. You need to figure out where you belong.
Yeah, how often in COD 4 or MW2 did we jump in a lobby and you see a guy go 75 and 4 and nuke you, and it's like,
every fucking
holy
game.
Shit, I am outclassed. But it made you humble.
Or uninstall, one of the two.
Yeah, usually that one, but I don't know. So you're loving it, though. I'm loving it for sure.
Yes. Very big success for now. My biggest thing that I want to say, I know there's some events coming that have to do with unlocking some of the other armor sets. I just hope they do stuff like that, especially such a ranked heavy game, that there's bi-weekly or once a month different events that keep you more interested in the game.
Yeah.
Because you can obviously do your rank grind. The reason you play ranked is to get better, shit on kids. you're getting these maps down. Like you almost need that repetition to get that good. I just hope there's really fun additions and things that can break it up for you to keep it relevant.
I want to see maps change every 2 months.
Yeah.
And I want to see game modes not necessarily change, but I want some added and some dropped. So like every month, say next month CTF's gone, but SWAT's in.
Yeah.
Or
I agree with that.
Or like the month after, you have shoddy snipers in and oddballs out.
Yeah.
Like I want that. Like shoddy snipers is a bad example because it's not a ranked. It shouldn't be a ranked playlist, I think, because it's a shit show. But
it's fine. I'm still waiting for a rank griff ball.
Yeah. So yeah, there's my point. I want them to change monthly, and I want maps to change every 2 months. I don't know how many maps they have in store because I haven't played the quick play. I haven't played the 12-on-12s.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure either.
But I need it to change because running whatever the fuck that sand level is on CTF 3 times in a row gets old.
Yeah, especially the CTF. That one, it's a longer map.
It seems to be
feels
only
taxing,
CTF,
right?
Yeah, and it seems to only be CTF, I think.
That's all I've ever played.
I don't think I've ever played a Slayer on it. I've definitely never played an oddball.
I feel like
on
that
it.
would be a nightmare to play oddball on.
Oh god, it'd be terrible. It'd be so bad. But I think we're loving it. We're gonna complain about it next week because I got some points I want to complain about.
Yes, and next week too, we're gonna touch on the unfortunate co-op campaign and Forge news.
That's what I was just about to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So co-op's delayed, if it's even coming. Forge is delayed indefinitely. Essentially, I'm gonna say indefinitely because I'm sure it'll be delayed again. But that'll be next week. This is week's all pros. We're loving multiplayer. We're loving ranked. We're loving the game.
Yes.
Next week we're gonna bitch about it.
Definitely, especially once we put some more time into it.
I might even get you on Vanguard next weekend. We'll see.
Oh my god.
We'll put it out there. See if it comes on sale Black Friday. You might have to pick it up for $60.
Yeah.
But we'll talk more about that. Hopefully Caleb gets on that one. We're going to talk Arcane because I actually got a couple days of easy work or no work. So I'm going to watch an episode. I'll say it right now. I did not this week. I slacked.
Yeah. Shocking. We've
I
covered
know.
this before.
I know. It's weird, eh? But we're talking Arcane. We're talking more Halo. We're hopefully talking no more deaths because that was a fucking negative way to start this episode.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Caleb's turn to pick booze. You got any teasers you want to announce? Anything you're thinking of?
It depends how nice I'm feeling. We'll see.
Okay, so it could be absolute, just absinthe. Who knows?
Yeah. But at the very minimum, it'll be in a mixed drink form if I go that route.
You are generous. What a giver.
And we need to make it to the end of the episode.
Yeah, no shit. I think that's it for us, guys. We appreciate everybody listening every week. Every Sunday we're out. We're recording this one on Sunday.
Yeah. Today we're cutting it tight. We'll get there, though.
Yeah, this is going up raw. We're not even trimming this one. As soon as we hit stop, we're posting this one. So if you got any complaints, that's on us. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing we can do, but shit happens. We appreciate everybody coming out. We will see you next week.
Yep. Take it easy, guys.